But if it could be like this until, Thanksgiving, I'd be okay.
Yeah, I would be okay with that too. Maybe even into December. Then I would really be great. Yeah. January, February.
I'm trying to undersell because I don't want to get too, because if it could be this till like December, I mean, everyone would be like, okay,
yeah,
we had a horrible winter, but, and maybe Mick, you can confirm this tomorrow. I did see a while back on Facebook the long-term outlook for this winter.
Oh no. Well, lay it on us. Tell us.
I don't want to.
Yeah, just do it. It looks
ugly. Let me just put it to you that way. Yes.
It can't be any worse than the one we just had because that one was not good. Remember, I mean, we were all stuck inside for like 6 months.
Supposedly just as bad.
No. Are you looking at that Farmer's Almanac again? Is that what you've been doing?
That's what I read every night before I go to bed.
Yes. I'll put you to sleep.
And I am hoping I'm wrong. Maybe it was one of those, faux Facebook posts or whatever. But all I know is I was like, no.
Like more wind, more cold, more
just
snow?
Very, very cold. Low precip, but very, very cold.
Yeah, it's not going to come true.
Thank you.
Can't be.
She called all the football games.
That's
so
right.
Maybe she can call the weather too.
I'm calling this winter as a good one.
There you go. Done.
Wish I had, did I call the little baseball team? We'll get into that in a little bit, but I wish I'd done that. Those guys are awesome. We'll tell you in a second. But first, which one?
This story is so... Yeah. You see if we can actually even roll the tape while we talk about it, because it just warms your heart. So some National Guard based out of Bismarck, the 814th Medical Company, got home 3 months early from deployment. That's actually my high school buddy right there. The bald guy, Bill Kennedy.
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That's
Bill's
awesome.
one of the guys that basically takes apart bombs. He's been over there. And it's incredible. You talk to Billy and you're like, man, thank you so much. He's like, no, don't worry about it. He goes, I don't do it. I'm like, Bill, you take apart bombs.
That's a big deal, Bill.
Yeah, exactly.
A really big deal, let me tell you.
So I don't know if that's his wife or not, but there was a great
I think so.
shot she had this morning on Valley Today where she's like, I'm so happy to be home because now I can take a shower without shoes, take a shower in the same place where I sleep. It was just these very basic things. And you're like, again, thank you for what you do for us.
Yeah, no kidding. A lot of happy families at Hector International Airport last night.
Yes.
Nice, very nice. So that's good. Good to have him back too. Oh, if you're gonna buy ice cream at Dairy Queen, today is the day to do it. Specifically a blizzard, right?
Yes.
You just got to get out because some of the proceeds from 45 locations around North Dakota and Minnesota, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Children's Miracle Network. How great is that?
It is such a great cause. This morning I got in, about 8:10, 8:15, I'm walking down to where we meet with Rhonda, and guess who had a blizzard in his hand?
Already? At 8:15 in the morning?
Ben was already out there trying to make a difference for the Children's Miracle Network. So
nice.
Ben, golf clap
Thank
for
you, Ben. I wish we could turn the camera on, Ben. Nice.
I was like, Ben, is that DQ?
But now
Tony's saying they all did. Okay.
Oh, okay. I suppose they did a live shot there this morning. Well, you know what, though? They've been up since, 3, 4 in the morning. So technically, it's lunchtime right now for them.
Good point.
But you know what?
To see it at 8, I was like, Ben, really? He's like, it's children. I was like, okay, good excuse.
Yeah.
Well played.
So why don't you have it for breakfast, for lunch, for snacks, and for dinner tonight? Dairy Queen. Can you imagine? That'd be so great.
Only today.
It'll be like that new McDonald's diet, like the professor that lost 60 pounds on the McDonald's diet.
Right.
You can just do it at DQ now.
I don't think you could lose 60 pounds eating nothing but ice cream. That just sounds like a bad
Well, we'd have to give it a try. I think that we should do an experiment.
It does not work.
You have tried?
Oh yeah, believe me.
You haven't.
When I was little, I was too fat to play football in 5th grade.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Am I sure? I had to go play soccer.
They
wouldn't even let me on the field.
They're
like, you weigh too much. You're too fat.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, Chris.
I'm feeling kind of uncomfortable. I don't want to make fun of a child who is, a little bit overweight.
I'm making fun of myself. I'm not saying that.
I know. I don't want to help you do that.
I feel like, all kids, maybe not all, but, a lot of kids go through that little husky chubby stage.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's what I should have told the coaches and the administrators. I'm just going through a phase.
Aren't
but
the
they were like,
linebackers always a little bit bigger? You could have been a linebacker.
I know, but they were like, no, you're going to hurt somebody because you weigh too much.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, that's why they had the weight limits.
Oh, did they say that to your face? That's kind of mean.
Well, I mean, they don't walk up to you and go, sorry, son, but
Chase is not going to be in football.
No, they don't say, but they essentially say, look, we have to protect some of these, little kids, but But even when we played Kill the Carrier at the Claire Barton Playground, I would always just like run over the little guys because I was just so, I was so big.
Chase will have to be the quarterback because he's like
There you go.
stick thin. I can't find clothes to fit him. He can run.
There's the Dairy Queen diet right there. Give him the Dairy Queen diet. He would love that.
I think I'll take him there today because there's a DQ right by his school. It's so unfortunate. We drive by it all the time. Like, Mom, can we stop? There's the Dairy Queen. Okay.
Speaking of sports, this is a couple of great stories here in the state. The Bismarck 12-year-old team representing North Dakota can now call themselves not state champions, not regional champions, but national champions at the World Series.
Yeah, I guess these guys are awesome. It was the Cal Ripken World Series for 12-year-olds. And that pitcher allowed 1 run, is that right?
Yeah.
11-1 in the semifinals, Tuesday morning. I mean,
I love, look at that. That is fantastic.
I know. And guess what? The 10-year-old team is at the World Series in Virginia, right?
My buddy's coaching that team, and I said, must be the coaching. And he's like, no. But yeah, the 10-year-old West Fargo team is in Virginia right now at the World Series. They've had some rain delays there, but hopefully they'll pull out and be national champions as well.
Yeah.
Kudos to these guys.
I know.
mean, what a great memory.
Got to be a little bit of the coaching, though, too. For your friend, you know.
But they're probably going to get like a World Series ring. They're all going to come home and show up to school this fall and be like, what's up, dude?
Yeah. Hey, man. Look at the bling.
You ever met a world champion before? Now you have.
That's what they'll do. Okay, this is like a miracle. There's a little girl who wandered off with her dog. She's 3 years old, Siberia, and they couldn't find her. She was in a forest. She got lost in the forest. Luckily, her dog was with her for most of the time, so she could kind of, hunker down with the dog and stay warm. But it still got cold at night. And then eventually the dog, nobody could find her. The dog came back, found its way back to the village, and then led the searchers to the little girl. And she was, thin as all get out, but she was alive. I guess they were.
Amazing story.
I know they were eating, various things like berries and stuff like that. But look, you can barely see her in the grass anyway.
That is just awesome.
I know.
I mean, not awesome she was gone, but can you imagine?
Right.
I couldn't survive 11 days.
No, I couldn't either. Are you kidding?
I would just be like, oh my gosh. And a 3-year-old hung out there, and the dog ended up finding her. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
This is, I think, pretty interesting. I mean, right now Isabella is enamored with anything princess.
Yeah.
And good for her, but at some point you're kind of like, all right, maybe there's some other toys out there that we can play with.
Yeah.
So one dad's asking a great question. He's saying, hey, why is it so hard to find female action figures? And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any, and Tony, maybe you can answer this, but I think the new comic from Marvel is going to be a woman. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
But I think there's they're going to make her a female or whatnot. Thor. Female Thor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So something to kind of say, hey, you know what? We can have female heroes too.
Exactly. I mean, there are tons of, because I have a little boy, there are tons of male action figures. I mean, every other day it's Spider-Man and Batman and the Hulk. there are lots of different colors of all the action figures.
Yeah.
But you're right. Where are the female action figures? This guy took video of his daughters. They're looking. And they can't find any. But yeah, why not? Why not?
But how did they miss the boat so bad? Because, I mean, who didn't love Wonder Woman back in the day?
Exactly, right.
I mean, I loved that show.
I know, me too.
Who played her again? Do you remember?
Linda.
She was phenomenal. She had the truth.
Does Tony know? Yeah. Linda Carter.
Yes.
Yeah.
She had the old truth rope where she would lasso you and you were forced to tell the truth.
I know. That was pretty great. Okay, there's nothing like a little creepy crawly across the camera to kind of ruin a live shot. I don't know if we could just start off with the video right away. Someone's doing a live shot and all of a sudden...
has learned that the chair of
well, it doesn't really ruin it. Look at it. Just like snatched that fly up.
That is hysterical.
I know.
I would have you out of there.
Yeah.
The crazy thing, it looks huge right there, doesn't
it?
I'm surprised I didn't freak out.
He probably didn't even see it because you're all focused and everything. The photographer, I'm sure, saw it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, it's in the sky cam.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
Thanks,
we've got a
Tony.
whole lot coming up. We've got healthy lunches, cool back-to-school clothes.
And life and love after 50.
Yeah.
Which is the new 29 anyway.
Exactly.
So stay with us. Much more coming up on North Dakota Today.